Hello everyone, this is Prem Kumar. In this video, we are going to look into the App Studio. App Studio is primarily intended for citizen developers. Citizen developers refer to business people, but it can also be used by the developers for their software development. App Studio is more of low-code platform. With every Pega 8 version release, you see a lot of changes or a lot of features are getting introduced into the App Studio. Pega's main aim is to bring a lot of software development in a more low-code way inside the App Studio. Now I will give you a walkthrough on the App Studio features, and currently I am using 8.7 versions. We will check there. App Studio is designed for low-code users. With the recent releases, a lot of improvements were done, and application developers can also use App Studio to collaborate with business people and perform application development using core features like case design, data management, etc. From Dev Studio, now I will switch to App Studio. It's getting loaded up. From the first look, the design of App Studio is more or less similar to Dev Studio. Let's start with the top panel. As we saw in the Dev Studio, we can also switch between different studios from App Studio. The application field shows you the current application, that is Pega platform, the out-of-the-box application. You can switch between different applications. Also, you can create a new application. Did you note that we are missing something? The configure button. The configure which we saw in the Dev Studio is not available. Those configurations are more advanced development topics and hence can be performed only in the Dev Studio. Preview. In Dev Studio, we are able to launch portal. We did launch Case Manager portal. Similarly, in App Studio, we can use preview to check the portal design. With the preview mode, you can also check how the portal renders on different devices. As you can see, this is on mobile device. You can also hover to check on the tablet as well as the desktop. Now we can exit the preview. Help icon helps us to navigate to different Pega resource websites. Like you can go to Pega community, or you can check the application guides and all other documents that are necessary for application development. Chat icon. It helps with developer collaboration. We call it Pega Pulse. So what is Pega Pulse? Okay, first let's think what we do in Facebook. Usually one of the main activity is we update status to let people know how we are doing, right? Similarly, within Pega development environment, we can create posts to share the progress about the development or to talk about any issues like code review comments, etc. The post can be made public as well as private. Here you can make this post visible to everyone, or you can make it as a private post so that it is visible only to specific users. Let's say I can make it a public post and I say hello. So this post will be visible to everyone who has access to this portal. So this is how Pega uses the Pega Pulse to have some kind of collaboration, and also we can audit our progress during our application development. You have a lightning icon to toggle to Agile Workbench environment. This is similar to what we saw in the Dev Studio, from where we can integrate to different project management tools like Jira, ServiceNow, and can track the stories, bugs, and feedback, etc. Branch development preferences. So now we know that we can develop some code in App Studio. You can decide where your code can go to. Usually in Pega, rules should go under some rule set. So you can either choose branch development or you can switch it off so that the system will automatically choose where your changes will be saved. About branches and the rule set, we will see little later. In the bottom right, you find a settings icon. When you click on it, you will see a series of icons that can be used for debugging like clipboard, tracer, and also accessibility. You can also check the alerts that got generated. In the left panel bottom, you can see a logging account name. Click on it. There you can perform log off option. Using search icon, you can search records on different level. Using settings icon, you can configure your application settings in a very low code way. You can create email accounts to send out email from Pega. We have a separate lecture on email accounts. You can also set the branding and theme for your application. You can define configuration settings for your application as well. Using users icon, you can perform the user management on those who are part of the application. You can also define the authentication mechanism for the users to log in. Explore data. It can help to get some insights on the available data. But I am having some error here. There has been an issue. Please consult your system administrator. I think most probably this error should be there because I didn't create any application and I'm using out of the box. Now a tip during the Pega development. Whenever you encounter any error, you can check the logs to identify the stack trace. How to do is like when you are in a personal edition, you can switch to the command prompt which is running your server, and there you should see the logs. I see there is an error under this page, error parsing view JSON under the under the App Studio. So it seems like there has been an issue. Please consult your system administrator. So it seems there is some issue with this, but I'm not going to dig deep into the error. But the thing what I want to say is like whenever you encounter any error into the development, just go to the logs and check the log. There you will find informative information. Moving to the next icon, channels. Here you can look into the current channel interface as well as the options to create new channel interface. So you can select which channel interface you can create as a brand new. The available channels are web portal. This is the most common channel we define for every application. This is where the end users log in and access the Pega application. We also have other channels like web mashup, mobile, digital messaging, email, legacy chatbot, and Alexa integration. All these channel interfaces are low code based and can be easily configured. Data and case types. This is similar to Dev Studio to configure the data type and case types respectively from the App Studio, but in a more user-friendly way. From the Data Explorer, you not only define the data model, but you also get an option to define the integrations design and also map the integration model with the application data model. Case design, we know it helps to design the case lifecycle using a simple case designer. Throughout the course, I'll be mostly using the Dev Studio to perform the development tasks, but Pega recommends to use App Studio at least in the initial design phase. Feel free to try it out. See you on the next lecture on Admin Studio.